What's on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and a new Trump derangement has just dropped. Liberal slash woke slash Gen Z women have decided now to preemptively sterilize themselves to protest Donald Trump. Now, they aren't going to change the way they make decisions, their promiscuity or birth control. They just are having their tubes tied to own Trump. I don't even understand how this makes sense. What kind of doctor would do this? There's all sorts of strict regulations around even getting to have this procedure done as a woman. So I don't know what doctors are even doing this. It's bonkers to me. This is late stage TDS. By the way, Friday will be the last day to order your hilarious Quartering meme-tastic Trump mega themed cookbooks for Christmas and summertime. The absolute perfect gift for Christmas, but I'm going to, anything that doesn't ship by Monday, I'm not going to take any more orders because I want to make sure you get them. Tailgates number 4 Trump.com to get the cookbook. Make sure you order it today. Otherwise, you'll be out in the cold. Perfect stocking stuffer. You need somebody who needs something for a gift. There you go. Liberal women are undergoing sterilization and blaming Trump. The election tied my hands. Several liberal women have gotten sterilized or plan to, blaming their decision to become infertile on Donald Trump winning the 2024 presidential election. Again, they're not going to make any decisions around their own promiscuity. They're not going to make any decisions around, choosing their partners better. They're not going to make any decisions around, anything. No, they're just going to tie their tubes. They're just going to take their uterus and go home. That's quite literally what they're doing, acting as children do, to avoid any kind of responsibility. In interviews with Newsweek, the women include a loser OF model, said they were afraid that their reproductive rights were being taken away once Trump becomes president. Trump has repeatedly said he believes abortion is a state's issue, although his left-wing opponents have baselessly claimed that he will ban abortion. I mean, at no point, you look at Donald Trump, that's a guy that's had some abortions. I'm just saying. Like, that guy has paid some women the $50 for the morning after pill, all this kind of stuff. So I don't believe even for a second that he would ban it. He has never said he would ban it. This was a complete fabrication made up by the left to try and get women to get out there and vote against him. Of course, this will backfire now in the 2028 election when they try to make up some other lie against whatever Republican. And women look back and say, well, he didn't do it in 2016. He didn't do it in 2024. What am I even doing here? Eden Exoria, 25, who reportedly creates OF content, said the idea of getting pregnant is worse than death. Well, you could abstain. I'm just saying that's an option. You could abstain. She told the outlet she's making plans to have a bilateral salpingectomy, which is a procedure to have both of her fallopian tubes removed. For me, it was a call to action. I need to get this locked in so I don't have to live in fear. At any moment, some random guy could completely destroy my life. Maybe don't let random guys blow their load in you. Sorry to be so crass, viewers. But maybe don't be accepting random loads from random dudes. Maybe you should only be hooking up with people that you are willing to have a child with. Maybe you aren't thinking about it at the time, but at least you are understanding that, well, if this happens, maybe it's going to be okay. Lydia Eccles, 28, of Texas, also told the outlet that said she plans to have her fallopian tubes removed. If I am to be denied my rights in the next 4 years, I will not give them up without a fight. What are you not giving up? You're literally saying, well, they might get taken away, so I'm just going to take them away. These women, by the way, will completely regret this. Either that or they already weren't planning on having kids, and this is just copium. A 39-year-old who preferred not to be identified told the outlet that she had just gotten the procedure to have her fallopian tubes removed. She claims she felt like she had no choice because of the election results. Has this woman never heard of condoms? Do they think that Trump's going to take away rubbers? Do they think that Trump's going to take away her ability to track her own cycle and know the 2 or 3 days where she shouldn't be accepting loads? Again, the men are just as responsible, okay? But women are also, these women who are like, I'm going to get my tubes removed. So they're not getting their tubes tied. They're sterilizing themselves for life. I'm not happy that I felt forced into surgery. I did not want to alter my body. I feel like the election tied my hands and forced me to be sterilized. That is horrible. Nobody forced you to do that. It's a states' right issue. Everybody knows that. So if you live in a state, if at worse, you move to like a liberal state. Another woman who said her and her husband never wanted children scheduled an appointment to be sterilized in October, but had planned to cancel the surgery the day after the election, assuming Kamala won. With Trump's victory, we quickly learned that my choice to cancel the surgery had been taken from me. Everything's being taken from these women. They have no agency whatsoever. It's Donald Trump. Again, Donald Trump at it, taking away every bit of agency women have ever had. You know, Donald Trump is forcing them to have unprotected relations with men that they don't want to have kids with. Donald Trump is forcing them not to manage their own cycle, their own, fertility calendar. Donald Trump is forcing them to promiscuity, and then Donald Trump is forcing them to have the kid should that happen. When none of that. Why didn't they get it done when Roe v. Wade was overturned, by the way? Many reports of leftists getting sterilized have arisen over the past few years since the Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. By the way, I encourage this. By the way, just so we're clear, folks, I encourage unhinged leftists to get sterilized. I 100% support this behavior for them. If they need a ride, I'll get you the Uber. She claimed this isn't a want. She didn't want the procedure, but out of necessity due to the politics of subjugation coming our way. Many reports of leftists getting sterilized. Abortion organizations have also reported an increase in abortion pill stockpiling and sterilization procedures, including vasectomies, after Trump won the election on November 5th. None of these people want to have any consequences in their life. None of these people. Imagine going and having your body altered forever. And, well, not necessarily in the case of men, but saying, I just simply cannot control having unprotected relations with other men. The only possible consideration I could have is to have this procedure. Many anti-Trump women have taken to social media to take a vow of abstinence. Again, you're probably doing the men in your area a favor by not spreading your STDs, swearing off hookups and dating men after the former president. Again, all these women who are promiscuous, they have other things in their life. You know, like they have other issues in their life for why they may be acting the way that they're acting. Donald Trump becoming president isn't going to change that. They're going to go right back to whoring, and the men who are whores will go right back to sleeping with tons of women. That's exactly what will happen because there is no replacement for daddy's love. Here on Newsweek, this isn't just some meme. Women are getting sterilized after Donald Trump's victory. It was their only option. Obviously, they couldn't just go to a state where they're going to have reproductive rights. They couldn't move to a liberal state. They couldn't control their own body. They couldn't control who they sleep with. They couldn't control their own, any of this stuff. They couldn't. Are you noticing a trend? Are you noticing a trend here? By the way, Donald Trump has also said he would veto a national abortion ban. I would not support a federal abortion ban under any circumstances. He said this in October, yet they're getting their tubes removed. They're sterilizing their entire bodies. Anyway, it's almost like these people are mentally unhinged, and this is just their excuse to be more mentally unhinged. This is not people acting normally. You know, like, again, I've always said, you know, it takes two, obviously, to make a child, unless you're two gay men and you just buy them. But So like the men who are engaging these men should be careful, but men shouldn't be slinging their loads all willy-nilly all over the place either. And this is just bad, fatherless behavior or moralless behavior. And the fact that these people think having their fallopian tubes removed permanently, you can't put those back. They think that's going to be some sort of own for Trump. I mean, if you would have told me voting for Donald Trump would guarantee that a bunch of weirdo leftists would, opt out of reproducing, I'm pretty sure that I would have voted even harder. I don't even understand how people, I don't know how we got here. We truly do live in the clown world. Sometimes it's funny. Sometimes it's just sad. I would have thought by now everyone kind of got over this nonsense, but I guess it looks like we're still here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. If you haven't yet, please just subscribe or follow down below. Don't forget to get your Tailgates for Trump Christmas cookbooks. Link in the description. Get yours by Friday to make sure you have it by Christmas. We'll talk to you again real soon.